You're watching the AM show. Time now for some news updates. We start with the minority in Parliament as it's demanding the immediate dismissal of Youth Employment Agency CEO Marold Foundation and Minerals Development Fund boss Hannah Bisu over what they say is their glorification of the chaos at the Ablekuma North constituency rerun last Friday. They've also called for a full-scale investigation into the violence that characterized the election rerun. Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kekwa Santi reports.
The Public Financial Management Act has been amended on a couple of occasions, but never through a private member's bill. Former Information Minister Kojo Ponkroma is seeking to make sweeping changes to it by way of a private member's bill. First, he wants the law amendment to proscribe MDAs from getting any public funds if their programs and policies have not been certified by the NDC.
A number of ministries, departments and agencies are not going through this. And that is a loophole in the law that I seek to block with this amendment. So this amendment has about 3 clauses. First, barring the Minister for Finance from funding any ministry, department or agency that has not had its development plan.
Marold Foundation and Hannah Bisu are 2 government officials that have come under the scrutiny of the minority in Parliament. They are demanding that they are sacked from office because, according to the minority, they celebrated and glorified the violence at Ablekuma North.
The most disturbing aspect of the Ablekuma North violence is not just the brutality itself, but the deliberate endorsement and celebration of these attacks by senior government officials. For example, Dr. Hannah Bisu, Louisa Bisu, National Women's Organizer of the NDC, and CEO of the Minerals Development Fund, provided perhaps the most damaging response with her statement that violence begets violence.
According to the minority, their dismissal from office will signal the President John Dramani Maham's commitment to dealing with electoral violence.
The immediate dismissal of violence endorsing officials. President Mahama must immediately dismiss Dr. Hannah Louisa Bisu from her position as CEO of the Minerals Development Fund and Marold Foundation from his role as acting CEO of the Youth Employment Agency. Their celebration and justification of violence against opposition figures disqualifies them from holding any public office.
The minority have also been taking aim at the Ghana police for their failure to rein in the violence at Ablekuma North.
The Ghana Police Service's response raises serious questions about their preparedness and commitment to protecting our electoral process. Security personnel were overwhelmed by the perpetrators, failing to prevent these attacks on political figures, party agents, and journalists. More concerning are allegations surrounding Chief Superintendent Lumor Frederick Senanu and his potential role in facilitating these disruptions. The targeting of journalists during the Ablekuma North parliamentary rerun represents a particularly grave assault on press freedom. A Joy News reporter was physically assaulted, while GH1 TV journalist Ablekuma North was attacked by a police officer.
The minority saying in the coming days they are going to use all tools at their disposal in Parliament and outside of it to ensure that these demands that they have made are met. Reporting for Joy News, Kekwa Santi, Parliament House, Accra.
From Parliament House, I'll take you to WA, where Cluster Programs Manager of World Vision Ghana, Sergio Before, has expressed worry over the increase in the rate of stunting among children in the Upper West region. Speaking at the launch of the Enough campaign at Wichau in the WA West District, Sergio noted that the current statistics is worrying and calls for immediate action to reduce stunting, which is caused by lack of nutritious food and child hunger. Joy News Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam reports.
Churning out statistics from the United Nations Children Education Fund, UNICEF, Programs Manager of the World Cluster of the World Vision Ghana, Sergio Before, 2.4 million children under 5 years are living under food poverty. He, however, noted that while significant progress has been made in reducing child stunting, with standard rates of dropping from 33% in 1993 to 17% in 2022. He posited that a large number of children goes to bed on empty stomachs, which he said is unacceptable. Narrowing the issue of malnutrition to the Upper West region, Sergio Befor said it is widespread and much more prevalent in children under 5 years, using the following survey to back his claim.
The Ghana Demographic and Health Survey and the Multiple Indicators Cluster Survey, the data for the region indicated that the rate of stunting among children declined from 22.5% in 2008 to 14.6% in 2017, but sharply increased to about 16% in 2022. This calls for immediate action to reduce stunting, which is caused mainly by lack of nutritious food and child hunger.
Concerned about the situation, World Vision Ghana last year launched an enough campaign to help address the huge national and global challenge of child hunger and malnutrition. It is aimed at achieving two objectives. First is to ensure that children are visible and heard in hunger, nutrition and food security related policies at all levels, and second, to have more children enjoy better food security, nutrition, and resilience through prioritized services. The campaign is to complement the effort of the government and other development actors towards ending child hunger, malnutrition in the country, and for that matter, the northern Gulf of the country. World Vision Ghana coordinator of the Enough campaign, Barbara Asari, launched a campaign.
So we are saying that enough. Our children have to eat before they go to school. Enough. We don't want any record of malnutrition in this district because we have enough nutritious food. We have local fowls, we have goats, we have cattle and all that. We don't want to see the children going through hunger anymore. It is enough.
About 35 communities in the World West and East districts will benefit from the campaign. The two beneficiary districts had their DCEs present at the launch.
The core message is clear. We have enough to ensure that no child goes hungry.
The effects of malnutrition on our children's health, cognitive development, and future prospects are of paramount concern to us.
The launch also witnessed exhibition of indigenous nutritious rich food comprising of tumpani, trozafi with green leaves, drama by children from basic schools on the impact of hunger on children's education, and stakeholders signing up their commitment to the campaign. Reporting for Joy News, Rafik Salam, Wochao.
Now, former national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Freddy Boakye, has declared his support for the party's 2024 flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, as the best candidate to lead the party into the 2028 elections. Now, speaking on PM Express with Evans Mensah, Mr. Boakye, who becomes the first member of the NPP's National Council of Elders to publicly endorse a candidate, described Dr. Bawumia as the most marketable candidate among those seeking to lead the party.
Definitely, I have an opinion.
No, you're just a member of the National Council.
Yes.
You must have an opinion.
I definitely have an opinion.
Yes.
Definitely have
do you support any of the aspirants?
I do.
Bawumia?
Definitely.
You support Bawumia?
I support Bawumia.
Why?
Well, I think he's best marketed. The candidate that I have not changed my opinion about the ideas that he had for this country. I think maybe we did not do the marketing very well. And people, we allow propaganda and agitation to cloud some people's perception, and for that matter, they did not consider him for the best. But let's give him a little more time, and let's see what other people are doing with regards to our economy and governance. Then, of course, people in this country will see for what it is. I have not changed my opinion about him.
Now, touching on the party's reforms, he said the demands for changes are driven by the rank and file of the party and not necessarily an agenda being pushed by a certain bloc within the system.
Resetting what? Of resetting what? We have a constitution. No, please don't talk about resetting. If people have an idea that what resetting
is it the word reset that you have a quarrel with, or the fact that you need to reform?
Well, if you want to talk about reform, that's an I understand.
So is the word you have a quarrel?
No. If you say you want to reform, but even then, as I said, we are not reforming the party. The party isn't gone into some that you say reform. We are making changes, yes.
Yeah, that's what we
propose. And the proposal for changes come from the members.
Yeah.
For anybody to sit down and say that you have to reset it, you have to reform, nothing is gone absolutely wrong. Maybe, as
There's
I said,
everything wrong with the MPP.
Huh?
There's everything wrong with your party now.
That's from your perspective.
No, it's not.
No, please.
The 2024 elections says it all.
No, listen.
The outcome
this is not the first time we've gone for an election and lost.
No, nobody has lost the way you lost in the 2024 election.
Before 2024, the NDC had not lost the way they lost.
Yes, but you've topped that. That's my point.
Maybe the next time they may be reduced.
We don't have a maybe yet. The reality
listen, you can't predict. This is election.
For the first time, because you were deputy speaker first, and let me go back there. For the first time, you have a party in parliament right now with an absolute majority, 2/3. Never happened before. Because
maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know. 1992.
Yeah, that's an outlier. No, we don't count that. I mean,
let me tell you. You made a very.
You didn't contest.
We didn't contest.
Yes.
1996, we were 65 out of 150. You don't know.
Yeah, but
no. You said this is the first time.
Was that 2/3?
No, wait.
At the time,
150. And we had less than NPP had less than 65. It's about 65 if you put the minorities together. That's what happened. So it was an overwhelming.
Now, the Marold Foundation is committed to improving lives by advancing health awareness and services in rural communities with the theme, Awareness is Power. Screening gives you the knowledge to act. The foundation, in partnership with community leaders and other stakeholders, is championing the importance of routine health checkups as part of everyday life. Speaking during a free health screening exercise in Junuho in the Agonot-Swedro, the CEO of the foundation, Justina Marold Asan, stressed that good health is a founding block for sustainable development.
The free health screening and outreach in the Junuho community in the Agona West municipality was a collaborative venture between the Marold Foundation, Pleasant Valley Global, and Healing Hearts and Hands. In an interview, the CEO of the Marold Foundation, Justina Marold Asan, urged people to utilize health facilities fully, encouraging routine medical checkups.
So today's exercise is a very unique one. And then when we finish, we'll give you drugs, and they are for free. We are not taking any peso from anybody. So we are doing this together with the Honorable to be able to help our people to be healthy. Because if our people are healthy, then you can be sure that the development of the area is also going to double up. Sometimes, quite unfortunate, where our hospitals are, people don't have access to their places, and so would sit at home, then it becomes worse before they seek medical attention. When you wait till that time, it will be very difficult for the nurses or the doctors to take care of you. Sometimes not because you are even sick, but it should be part of us, that maybe in every 6 months, in every year, you can visit the hospital or any medical facility to check yourself to know that indeed you are healthy. And so if you know you are healthy, then you can think of anything, working, doing this, doing that, to support yourself and the family. So it is important for all of us to take good care of ourselves so that we'll be able to help develop this country. So we are calling on individuals, groups who have it, to come and partner with us to be able to give back to the society.
The Agona West Municipal Health Director, Dr. Joyce Mamiesi Dakwa, reiterating the advice of regular checkups, shared hopes of the screening becoming a more frequent activity.
It has been very fruitful. We're hoping that this will not be a one-time occasion, that will become here more frequently. And then we're also hoping that our citizens equally will also contribute more. They would check up more. This won't be just also a one-time checkup. The listener facilities also do follow-up for their health as well.
Daniel Kojo Kretia is Assemblyman of Junuho. He has a vision of ensuring his community is free from any disease outbreaks.
I've put it in my mind that because of all these things, I want to make sure that when it comes to sickness, John will be out, or any outbreak, John will be out. That is why I'm always close to any health organization that are preaching about health. So we thank Honorable Marold Foundation. We thank her a lot. We thank her a lot about this successful health screening. He has been honored me and John people.
The health screening and outreach involved 5 communities and targets thousands of people to benefit. From John, Abigail Ablekuma reports for Joy News.
And just like that, the Ghana Senior High School is back in the NSMQ Nationals after stepping in for Sagagu SHTS, who pulled out the Northeast Region qualifiers. The Tamale Bay School made the most of the opportunity, scoring 59 points to top the contest and maintain their unbeaten qualification record. Although Mpurugu SHTS came second with 23 points, they qualified to represent the Northeast region at both the zonal and national championships, since Ghana SHS hails from the northern region.
If you were them, you are going to be excited like how they are, because they were nearly knocked out of the championship, that they will not make it to the national championship for the first time in their history yesterday when they lost to Kapohine by just 2 points. By the grace of God, they returned after a school dropout in the Northeast, and they had the opportunity to compete again. And of course, they have qualified for the national championship to keep their record intact as one of the schools to qualify for the national championship almost every time in the school's history.
Yes, yesterday that was happened. We came like we were so emotional after we lost the contest. We didn't know what to do, but all is the grace of God. As God made way for us to come to this today, He has made us to win the contest. Is by His grace. If not by the grace of God, we didn't know what we would have done, because Ghana Senior High School is not a school that is supposed to be beaten by a school called Kapohine. But by the grace of God, we have made it history. We have come back and we have brought ourselves with a vim, teamwork. We have made it by the grace of God.
Actually, I couldn't imagine it, because we have suffered a lot. Beginning from Form 1 to Form 3, suffering here and there, and just come and you knock out of qualifiers. So I couldn't bear the pain. But inshallah, God gave us the way back, and we have shown what God has given us, or God has made us capable of doing.
It has never happened in the history of Ghana School, so I was thinking, how can it be our badge that will do this to Ghana School? People are expecting a lot from us, and we can't end up with this disgrace. It was so embarrassing that I couldn't endure it. The endurance wasn't there. I lost all my conscience, the emotions. I can't describe that. That's why the tears were. I couldn't control my tears. I couldn't.
Despite coming second in the Northeast Regional qualifiers behind Ghana Senior High School, who joined the contest as a result of a school dropping out, Mpurugu Senior High School has qualified for the national championship after securing 23 points, while Walwale Senior High School also secured 22.
Please, I think it will be a prestigious thing to be at the national championship, and this our winning. I think it is by the glory of God, because I knew that if it wasn't because of God, no, we wouldn't have won the contest. So I am so happy and delighted, and I give all the glory to God.
In the Savannah Regional qualifiers, TI Ahmedia Salaga for the first time have qualified for the national championship after defeating regional favorite Damangu Senior High School. At the end of the contest, TI Amas secured 33 points, while Damangu secured 32 points.
It was very cool, we did what we can, and truly we actually made it true. Yes,
made the addition that we've qualified for the national championship.
We expected to give them a very big gap, but alhamdulillah, we thank God for what we've had, because 2 marks difference is also something. Even 1 mark difference is also something. If it is not something, then they should have won the competition.
what happened is not surprise. We've been expecting it since. We've been waiting for it a long time ago. So we are not surprised what happened. Because what we are targeting is not here. We are targeting the higher places. This one here is just a home match. Yes. So we are moving forward. This one there, we just want to use it for assignment. So we are preparing for the higher one.
Is the national championship not going to be so huge on your shoulders that you started bragging already?
That's how people were expecting this one to, but look at what happened. So that's why you can see us quiet, but we are like fire. So when we come, everything burns.
Yeah. Reporting for Joy News, I am Collins Frimpong.
You're watching the AM show, and let's bring you some business update, but we'll start with the currency market. And that's your update on the currency market. Now, the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana has announced that it will hold an emergency monetary policy today, July 17. This was captured in a notice issued by the central bank. More in the following report.
This might be the second time the Bank of Ghana has revised the date for its Monetary Policy Committee meeting this month. Last week, it had announced a change in the date to the end of this month for the gathering for members of the committee. At that time, it was linked to the fact that the date was clashing with that of the mid-year budget review by the finance minister. So for some, it was interesting that the date has been moved again to this Thursday, July 17, 2025, whilst the policy decision will be announced on July 18, 2025. Sources say the Bank of Ghana now believes that the data about the economy and monetary development should be made known to the public now. This actually breaks the convention, or call it tradition, where the Monetary Policy Committee meeting is held after the mid-year budget review. But is the Bank of Ghana going to respond to the current pressure for policy rate cut? Well, the reaction has been mixed based on our engagement with some of the members of the Monetary Policy Committee. While some are for a rate cut to respond to the current market development like the inflation reduction, others think that they should still wait for a while. The IMF in its latest staff report is pushing for further policy rate tightening, especially at the time that it has also revised its end-year inflation rate target to 8% from the previous target of 12%. Inflation currently stands at 13.7%, so one is not sure whether the policy rate will be cut from the current 28% or maintained.
The government says it is aggressively working to increase investment within the technical and vocational education and training TVET sector. Minister of Education Haruna Idrisi says expanding investment in this space is critical to address Ghana's unemployment challenges, particularly among the youth. He made the remarks at the launch of the National TVET Week, an event aimed at promoting skills development and highlighting opportunities in the vocational sector.
As TVET help build employable skills, how does TVET contribute to employment? And that without any fear of contradiction, I say strongly that if you invest in TVET, you are creating job creators and not job seekers. That is the reason why we should invest in technical and vocational education. These young people, if properly exposed with solid infrastructure of retooled equipments, they will live here assured that they would also provide employment opportunities for others, including themselves. Then more importantly, entrepreneurship. it is one of the motivations why I'm pushing strongly. I may sound repetitive, the establishment of a technical and vocational education fund to solely support TVET and technical education.
Now let's bring you some commodity markets news.